really quickly. I've got a couple of them. At 45GotFat tweets, do you clean Cody the Ragdoll cat's litter box? All right. Honest answer is, if we're talking about the cats, and I do post pictures of Cody the Ragdoll cat sometimes because he's cool as bleep. If you see this cat, man, this cat is handsome as hell. That beautiful cat, beautiful hair. He's clean. He's just a cool cat. No, I don't do that. I feed the cat, but no, that's not one of my responsibilities. Like a lot of families, we've kind of divvied up the portion of the world. Like, I'm responsible for that portion of the globe. Janet's responsible for that portion of the globe. The kids are responsible for this portion of the globe. My portion of the globe does not include cleaning up the cat box. I will. I have. I do. I'll tell you something. You know what's a better question? Who cleans up the cat puke? Because that's a real issue in my house. Both of our cats. They're sick cats. They get sick and they puke, and that's worse than the crap. You know, not to get graphic, but we all know, like, cat crap, at least it clumps, man. Cat puke is bad, and that happens. And it's infuriating because it wrecks the rug or whatever they hit it with. So the answer to the question is no, not really. Not often. I have, but not often. And it's not even Cody the Ragdoll cat that's the issue, man. It's Sapphire, the rescue cat. That cat's like 18 pounds or 16 pounds.
Bombay Sapphire.
I say to Janet sometimes, like, what the hell do you feed that cat, man? Chateaubriand? They eat the same crap. So why does their crap look like that? Anyway, I digress. That's not even the winner. The answer is not usually, Howie. Not usually. The winner is Bella B. Bella B asks, if you could have a role in any of these three shows, which would you choose? The White Shadow, Entourage, or The Sopranos? Thanks, Bella B in Calgary. Bella B knows my deal. She's on to me. Those are three of my favorite TV shows ever. All right, so why don't we talk about it for a minute? Starting with Entourage. Man, I love that show. Absolutely loved Entourage. Like, event viewing. And I tried to talk to as many of the guys as I could on that show, and I did. Turtle came on. E came on. I think Adrian Grenier even did it. Jeremy Piven did it. I mean, we did everybody. I love that show so much. I tried to get the entire cast. So it was a no-brainer that when we had our Rex streak, that of course we would run down Rex Lee from Entourage. And what a bad decision that was.
Yeah. Well, was that a question? Yeah, I think so.
Maybe not a good question, huh, Rex?
No, I'm not putting it down. Yes, I definitely agree with what you've just said.
By the way, Rex, that's exactly what you were doing. Disrespecting me.
I'm not being coy. I honestly don't remember. Like, they sent me a whole bunch of scripts like a month ago, and I read them a month ago, and now I don't even really remember what happened. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Dude, I've been trying to forget that interview ever since it happened. I mean, this dude disrespected me greatly. Dude, you're Rex Lee. Come on, man.
Gosh, if I understood your question, this is a lifetime opportunity, but hopefully...
If I understood your question, was that a question?
Career.
You believe this guy came on the show and was saying things like that to me? Was that a question? And say what you want about me. You may hate me. You may hate my show. Don't you ever say that I can't do an interview. And this guy's saying things like, oh, was that a question? If I understand your question.
Well, was that a question?
But I will not hold that against the program. I still love that show. All right, so that's Entourage. No. Stop playing him, Alvy. I got it. The Sopranos. So Michael Imperioli came on our podcast not long ago. He was talking about his podcast. Now, that's a class dude. That dude was not coming on to disrespect me or anything. We talked about The Sopranos and the anniversary and what it was like to be on that cast.
One of the great joys of that show, it was like walking down the street corner, hanging out with your friends every day. There was so much camaraderie and friendship, which is not very common on television, not like it was on this show. So you knew when you read the script that so-and-so was going to be killed in the show, you weren't going to be hanging with them all the time, and that was the sadness that we felt.
That's interesting. That when somebody got killed off the script or off the show, they were all so close and they had so much love and respect for each other that they knew they would no longer be hanging out with that person. You know, like being on an NFL team and somebody got traded or somebody got hurt. I thought that was pretty heavy and pretty profound. Michael Imperioli showed up great. And then the White Shadow, Kevin Hooks, who I love, who played Thorpe on that show and is a renowned director. came on, and we talked about the 40th anniversary of the White Shadow.
I can't believe it myself, man. It's been a hell of a run, and I'm just I'm blown away by the fact that 40 years later, people are still talking about the White Shadow, and they still remember it, and people still come up to me all the time, mostly in airports, by the way, for some reason, and they always kind of go back to the White Shadow. And, over the years, it's gone from people who watched it, themselves, and now it's like I watched it with my dad and, that kind of thing. But it's an amazing thing, man, and I'm so proud of it. And, the 40th anniversary is just amazing.
Good dude, Kevin Hooks. All right, so to answer Bella's question, the ATP, if I had one of those three shows and I could be on the show, Entourage, The Sopranos, or The White Shadow, what would it be? Loved them all. I'm going to go White Shadow. That was the most per me at that age and that point in my life. That was an amazing thing. Remember, there wasn't like a universe of 500 channels. There wasn't all this content online. It was network TV, cool affiliates. There just was not a lot of content. There was not a lot of television. And that show was it was so large, man, larger than life. The writing was amazing. The acting was amazing. I love the guys on the show. And I've told the story before, but I want to reset this really quickly. One of my favorite moments in the history of my TV career, and I've done TV now for the better part of 25 years, 30 years, whatever it is. Thousands of different episodes for all sorts of networks. One of my favorite days ever was when John Entz and I came to the realization when I worked on Fox Sports Net on The Last Word with Jim Rome that we both loved that show. Entz and I. John Entz was an amazing TV producer, grinder, great guy. And we just started talking like, you like that show? I love that show. You like that show? Dude, why don't we do a reunion show about the show? And normally, The Last Word, if I remember correctly, was like 3 normal segments and 1 very short segment where I had a commentary. We found 3 or 4 of the cast members. We had Salami on satellite. We had 3 guys in studio, and we talked about the show, and nobody had ever done that before. Nobody had ever done the reunion show. Nobody had ever done that. And I remember thinking at the end of that show, and we jammed those guys into that last 60-second commentary where I had my last word generally, that I'd never been so upset that a day of work ended. I'd never been so upset that a show ended. I never wanted something not to end as much as I wanted the White Shadow show to continue. And then we did it again after that in various reincarnations, and it was always awesome, but never quite the same as that first time. That was an amazing TV show. So what would I have done on a show like that? I don't know. Be myself, play myself, try and guard Thorpe. I don't really know. Let's get some reaction.